Hey guys, so as you know that Creator Plus program is going on. So if you wanna support me for free codes, the link will be in the description. Right now we have two active codes of 500 essence and 50 powder blessing. So shout out to Raigiri Tuga, Business, Rutvik, both RNs, and Shadow, Kakarot, Supersonic, and other NIDs. So if you wanna have 500 free essence stones, the link will be in the description. So support me and I'll send them as soon as I can. Hey guys, welcome back to another video in SLA. So this video will be all about supports and how to use them and how important are they and how to do right rotations with them. Like people generally, even myself, tend to ignore supports, but they are really important. For example, due to my bad supports, I couldn't make it to top 3k of hard demos. So you can guess that how important are they. If I had A5 min instead of A5 Akari, I could have reached top 3k demos. So now let's see the right rotations. So first let's see the water team because water will be the new meta. So we have to put Siorin, Meilin, and for now let's put Alicia, though she will be changed when the new Cha comes. Though Meilin is really great because she buffs HP, defense and attack and also core attack. She has really good passives like A5 is the best. Like rotation with all of the supports are really simple, only it's a little bit complicated with Min. I'll show that too. So I'll just step back a little bit and now you have to do basic skill 1, core attack, and basic skill 2, QT to Meilin. Now do her basic skill 2, then basic skill 1, core attack, and then QTE. So this is how to use Meilin the right way. And now I'll show her passives. So I'll just read them quickly. You can read yourself later while being in the game or pause the video. As you can see, she increases attack and defense, also increases crit rate and the damage dealt by the whole team like water, and she also decreases the damage taken by some percentage. So overall she is really great support. First we used to use her with Alicia to increase the attack, and now with upcoming Cha it will be same with defense, so she'll be really great. Like I don't have Goto in my main account, so I'll use Wu, though you must already know his rotation by now, like basic skill 2, basic skill 1, then core, and then again basic skill 2. So Mire is, sorry, not Mire, Hansemi is also really easy to use and our passives are really great, though they are mainly inclined towards the wind team and wind element, unlike Meilin. Like Meilin and Min are universal supports. They don't only buff light but also SJW. So once you use Wu skills, QT to Hansemi, skill 2, skill 1, core, and then QT to Mire and alt and basic skills. So it's pretty easy. Now I'll show the passives of Hansemi. So as you can see, all her passives are related to wind, like increase the wind damage dealt by the wind hunters or attack, or the wind damage increase, like everything is related to wind. And now the time for the one of the most strongest team, though there is no dark content, but still this is most OP team, the dark team, like I'm talking about Charlotte, Harper and Isla. And also Isla have two ultimates, so I'll show you which is the best one. So with Harper the rotation is easy, like basic skill 1 and that activates the core, so core attack, and then hold on to basic skill 2. So if you do Isla basic skill 1 and then some basic attacks, so it activates the ultimate, and it is hope ultimate. This is different from the second ultimate. I'll show you the second ultimate now. So here first I do basic skill 1 and then I do basic skill 2 and then I do the ultimate. So this is the death ultimate. You have to always do this ultimate because it is really great rather than the hope ultimate, and now I'll show you why. And this is just the Charlotte rotation, like basic skill 1, basic attacks, ultimate, then you have to do core attack and just do the basic skill 2 while you QT to Harper or any other hunter. so she will keep doing her doll attack. Isla is one of the most OP supports in the game. Like she has ton of buffs which is provided to the SJW. You can read it yourself. And now I'll show you that why the death ultimate is really good. Like she has so many buffs that you'll get tired reading. So as you can see, the hope ultimate regains your HP and gives you shield, while the death ultimate increases your damage dealt and also the damage of the ultimate damage. So that's why the death ultimate is really good for Charlotte. As you know that Charlotte's main attack is her ultimate, so death ultimate will increase the damage of Charlotte's ult and you can deal massive damage. So now comes the fire team. Like my fire team is the worst, as you can see, and Gina is also easy to use. Like she's like Hansemi, all her skills and buffs are really inclined towards the fire team or fire element, so it's really easy to use. Like Emma basic skill 1 and core attack that will activate the QT, so you can do basic skill 2 while you are QTing, and basic skill 1 core, and if you have a A5 you would have her ultimate up, so you can do that and then hold on to basic skill 2 while you QT to Yusunyun, and basic skill 1 basic skill 2 core dash basic skill 2. So it's really easy. Like if we look at the passives of Gina, they are really great. As you can see, increase attack and also the fire damage dealt, and she has also a ton of buffs which are really useful, so you can read it. And she also stuns the target like interrupts. Now let's come to the most powerful team in my account, the light team, and we'll use both the supports like Akari and Min, and Min is really great, though I hate him because due to him I couldn't get to top 3k demos hard mode. Like I generally start with Akari to build her ultimate. Like I use basic skill 1, then core, dash and basic skill 2. So while she is doing these attacks and all the hits, they are stacking on the enemy and I'll show what that does. So Goghani you already know, basic skill 1 core, basic skill 2 core, then again basic skill 1 core and then QT to Akari, and now by this time she have her ult, and then it's easy rotation with Thomas too, like basic skill 1 core, basic skill 2 core, then Goliath form, basic skill 1 core, basic skill 2 core, and then the final ultimate. Though it's a little bit tricky with the min rotation, and I'll tell you after I show the passives of Akari. Like whenever she hits the boss, they stack the divine flame, and once this divine flame is stacked up to 10 times, so what this turn into is King of Fire, which increases the light damage dealt, and I think it also increases the percentage on A5 passive. So Akari is also easy to use. Like her ultimate directly puts the King of Fire debuff on the boss, you don't need to stack. That's why it's important to build her ult. Now it's time for the best headless support, Min, and I'll tell you why it's a little bit different with Min rotation, especially with Thomas because he has two ultimates. So Min's basic skill 2 is punishment, that gives the opponent the debuff of punishment, which increases the damage dealt, and basic skill 1 is like increases the HP or something. So once I do the rotation with Gogani, and as you can see his ult is almost up, so what you have to do is do Thomas rotation and go into Goliath mode, and don't do his second ultimate, like do full rotation of basic skills and core. Now go to Gogani and do his skills to get the buffs of more light damage dealt, and now go to Min and now do his ultimate, and then you can do Thomas second ultimate. Like I'll tell you what his ultimate does of Min's, and now you can do his second ultimate. So the reason behind this is A5 passive of Min, which increases the next ultimate skill damage by 50% of the member which has the highest power by 50%. So if you do his ultimate while Thomas in his normal form, so it will affect the first ultimate, not the second one. and you need that damage increase on the second ultimate. That's why you have to do Min ultimate always after the Goliath ultimate. Like if you do Min's ultimate before, so when Thomas turns into Goliath form, then all the 50% damage will go there, and the second ultimate won't have any buff on it. The next video will be which are the best supports for SJW, and Siorin will also be included. Like I was using her in Battlefield of Trials and I noticed really good support and a skill of hers which will really come in handy. Though for now this sums up my video. If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe and share, and also hit that notification bell so you never miss out any of my videos, and I'll see you next time.